Members say their solar return is today. And I was thinking about something, you guys. As much as people like to take your information, distort your messages, especially when you are truly gifted and you talk about the Almighty, right? When you come with the best solutions and you are allegedly left out of the equation, you have to ask yourself, you guys, I was sitting in the house cracking up because I thought about something. I listened to a young lady go into her description of some of the things that she personally was enduring. Everybody does not endure the same thing, okay? When you are receiving finances for your creative works and your interaction with the public, you are properly compensated if you're willing to stretch things, okay? So this is what I thought about. The American dollar is one of the greatest things that they keep trying to get rid of. You guys ever wonder why they wanted to get rid of the American dollar? It's because it represents America. They want to put America under their foot. Then they want to laugh. It's not funny, you guys. They want to laugh at what they consider the garbage of the world, right? Do you consider yourself garbage? I know I don't. I'm an heiress of the Almighty, the world's largest vast estate. Now, here's the beautiful part, you guys. I've never considered myself garbage. I never considered myself less than. I've never considered myself lowly. I have my down moments. I have my times where things is, real tumultuous, and when people want to leave you out of the loop, they say, oh, you have a victim mentality, and all you do is cry about it. No, I verbalize it because one day somebody will really want to come and talk to me. But now, on a lighter note, you guys, all seriousness, but a lighter note, I love you guys. I do. I love you guys. You know why I love you? It's because America has something that the world wants. Do y'all know what that is? You guys ever wonder why so many countries that were not up to par came straight to America to receive and or say that we Americans owe them? And yet and still, we Americans have to keep rebuilding and rebuilding and rebuilding and rebuilding. You guys, stop and think for a second, just for a small second. What country has to keep rebuilding? Don't look at it as a loss. Look at us rebuilding as us being better. And when I say better, I mean we have got some of the most creative minds right here. When the Almighty says he's getting rid of the old and he's going to renew us, that's how I look at it. Because everything that was taken from me, financial wise, physical wise, spiritual wise, intellectual wise, and things of that nature, the things that were taken from me, I moped about it. I cried, I kicked, I cussed, I fussed, I prayed, I walked, I talked, I yelled. And the Almighty was like, you know what? Evidently, they needed that. And that was hard for me to swallow that. And you get that concept in my head. I'm like, what you mean? They needed my energy? They needed all those things from me? He said, yeah, they needed those. Because what I will give you is much greater. So I thought about that. I'm like, what? How you going to give us something? That's our time, our energy, our essence, and things of that nature. Put the American dollar back. Those that don't want to deal with the American dollar, don't let them deal with the American dollar. For the last 4 to 5 years, you guys, they have been literally trying to get rid of the dollars where it will literally be useless. For us Americans, if that is our only means for us to be able to operate on our soil, we should at least be able to. This is a suggestion. We Americans should at least be able to utilize our own currency. Why? Because we're here. We are here. So that's a solution. Just a thought. It's just something I wanted to make a personal notation for myself because I'm not going to never give up on me. How about you? I'm not ever going to give up on me. As much as people go in your phones and they rearrange things and they take things and they claim it and lay claim to it and seize to it and things of that nature, trying to leave out the true workers, You know, I had to stop and think about a few things. Why do people want to leave the most creative minds out of the equation? People have many reasons why they think the way they think. I think in 16 different directions. I keep telling you guys that at all times. I've never played chess on a board. I don't even know nothing about the game. I just know how life goes. You know, when they say you can make $1 out of 15 cents, you can. Stop and think, how did our ancestors do it? How did our parents do it? How did they do it? Some people say, well, I don't have that much time left. Actually, you do. You pace yourself. That's how you do it. You pace yourself. Because if you feel like you're defeated, you feel like you ain't got nothing else in the world, there's nothing else you can offer the world, then you are officially, in your mind, done. There's too many beautiful people here. There's too many bright ways to make honest finances. So many people had to rebuild where they come from, learn a new way. Me, English is like my new way I had to learn. Because coming from where I was, I spoke another language fluently. And then I had to learn 2 more different languages fluently. So English is very difficult for me. So it sounds like I'm slow, dyslexic, autistic, or whatever the case is, whatever medical terminology they want to put on it. That's because I don't quite understand. When I say one word, someone takes it and they run a whole nother direction with it. And I know what I'm saying, but I guess it's meant to come out in that particular format. So this is why you see me online. And I will show you where I'm getting these words from that the Almighty grants me to read, so that I can get into the proper energy to relay that particular message. It is not for competition. It's just saying, I know my weaknesses. How about you? But I also know my strengths. And my strength is I'm nobody's quitter. How about you? You guys enjoy your beautiful Sunday. The 24th of May, 2026. The Almighty loves you the absolute most. I do too, you guys. And we get accused of so many things we don't even have the ability to do. I ain't saying people ain't out there smart and intelligent. But the greatest creation the Almighty made was us humans. Angels even envy us. That's why I said 90% of the time I'm not human. That 10%, I have to put myself in that energy to figure out how to come with a positive solution. Not one that's going to harm someone. Have a grand evening, grand rising, grand afternoon, wherever you are in this beautiful realm of existence. I don't have very much time on this phone to record, so I love you guys. Enjoy your Sunday. And hug your loved ones.